I used to be anti-abortion, and I'm telling you this because I hope it will be helpful for the movement. I'm not proud of that period of my life. I was a teenager with a Florida public school education, and I did not have an opinion that was formed by facts or a lived experience. And this opinion didn't change until I got to college, and I had a friend who needed an abortion, and she asked me to come to an appointment with her. This was pre-transition, and it was really helpful for her to have a man there. I think they assumed I was the father. They just didn't ask her as many questions, and it made the process easier for her at that time. I'm glad that she got the care that she needed, and now many years later, especially after working with Planned Parenthood and the Bridget Alliance and many abortion network funds and helping many of you get funding for your abortions, I'm like, why did it take me so long to form this politic? And I think it was honestly because I felt no responsibility to this movement. I grew up in the no uterus, no opinion, and like no men allowed in this conversation era of abortion rights. And I understand where those sayings come from, and I think that there's a lot of validity to them. And I also think that they end up being ineffective and unintentionally exclusionary. Now the movement is progressing towards this inclusive understanding that all genders can and do get pregnant and have the capacity for pregnancy, and all genders can and do get abortion. And the idea that men can't be in this movement is barring a lot of trans men from getting the healthcare they need and rendering a lot of transmasculine non-binary people invisible in this conversation. Which is why I didn't join the movement until someone physically asked me to be there, because I thought it was no uterus, no opinion, no men allowed. Even though, when you think about it, historically, the people without uteruses, but with a lot of opinions, are the ones that have been creating the laws that restrict reproductive freedom. So if we're the ones who created it, then we have to be part of the solution. That's why I use more sayings like my body, my choice, because this is about bodily autonomy. And at the end of the day, we need people who don't have the capacity for pregnancy, like me and other non-binary people, other trans people, and honestly, cisgender men who can talk to our legislators in a way that you and I can't. We need every single person to be a part of the movement because everybody can be fighting for bodily autonomy. And when I hear people say like, no uterus, no opinion, I pause because I'm like, we actually do need people to have an opinion, not about what you do with your body or about what I do with my body, but their opinion needs to be that it's our body and our choice. And so they need to have an opinion on the fact that maybe the government shouldn't be legislating what we do with our bodies. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm not trying to dilute the movement. I'm not trying to decenter people with the capacity for pregnancy. I'm just thinking about how we can include everyone in the movement and make it stronger, with the context of like why I didn't join to begin with. I want us to be united, and I want as many people as possible fighting for abortion rights.